Thanks for watching, folks. We're in Mackinac City at Fort Michilimackinac, and with us is Craig Wilson, who is a museum historian. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
All right, we just got done watching you fire off a cannon. And you were explaining there that cannons here at the fort were never meant for offensive purposes, just to defend. But there's a twist a little bit to that, right?
Right. They do end up being used for practice. They're practicing to defend this place, but nobody ever actually attacked it.
So they never had a reason to fire it in anger, as it were.
Nope. They shot it a lot for a whole variety of other reasons, but never in battle.
And just so you know, it's a little loud.
It is, yeah. It's a little loud. We like to make a big noise.
Right. And that you did. All right, so what are you dressed as today?
So I'm dressed as a British soldier from the 1770s, a member of the garrison who would have been here when Michilimackinac was a fur trading center.
Right. And why here? What was their draw to come here specifically?
Well, because of its location. We're right on the shores of the Straits of Mackinac, and from this spot you can go essentially anywhere you want in the Great Lakes. It's very easy to get to because at this point in time everybody's moving by water, so it's a giant crossroads. Right. And so if you control the crossroads, you control all the trade routes. So that's why people want to be here. All
right, let's talk a little bit about an event that's coming up, at the end of September, October, Fort Fright. Fort Fright. I keep wanting to say Fortnite because we have a 13-year-old in my house, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Fort Fright, what is this?
So it's a two-night event, October 5th and 6th this year, and it focuses on French-Canadian folk tales.
Okay.
These are kind of spooky but kind of fun stories that we know people would have been telling one another at night. All the stories that we share are, they're old. We haven't made up any of these stories. These are traditional tales that people would be sharing with one another, sitting around in their homes at night, entertaining one another, trying to maybe scare one another. And so the whole event is based around that. We share those stories. We invite people into the fort at night, which is an experience not a lot of people get to see this place lit by candlelight rather than during the daytime. So all the buildings are open. You explore them. You encounter those stories. And there are some spookier elements because, again, a lot of these stories have kind of a not necessarily outright scary or horror component, but some of them are just a little maybe creepy. And so we do focus on that in some of the areas. We do have a haunted house and some other places where people can be a little bit scared, but it is really for everyone. It's not not focused on horror or anything like that. So there truly is something for everyone here.
Is there an impression or a legacy left from those who erected Fort Michilimackinac? What's the lasting impression on this area?
I mean, the fact that there are still communities in this area at all really speaks to their contribution. The community here in Mackinac City, but also over on Mackinac Island and in St. Ignace. Those are all people who would have been living here. You look at family names in St. Ignace and on Mackinac Island, and you can see those people in historic records here back in the 18th century. And so they came and they stayed, and they built a whole community here.
Fort Fright coming up October, did you say 5th and 6th?
5th and 6th, that's right.
For more information on your website or Facebook, right?
Yep, MackinacParks.com.
All right, very nice. All right, so what rank are you here?
I'm a private.
All right. Oh, really?
Yep.
You got to work harder.
Yeah, try and work my way up.
What's the highest rank that you would wear?
Here?
Yeah.
It'd be a captain here.
That would be it?
Yep.
They didn't have anybody over a captain?
Typically, no.
Well, that sounds like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it?
It worked out pretty well for him in general.
And how many people total would have stayed here?
In the summertime, there might be a couple thousand people.
Wow.
Permanent population, maybe 200 to 300.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you again for visiting.
Fort Michilimackinac, Mac City. I'm Vic McCarty, my TV 12 and my News 26.